Hello, my name is Latoya. Welcome to my crafty space. It is day 7 of my holiday card series. Very exciting. I'm still amped up. Sorry for the lag in between videos. If you don't know, I'm a nurse and I work 2 jobs, a full-time job and a part-time job. And this is basically a job in itself, making sure I get this done. And I record on my cell phone, so I'm trying to slightly edit my videos, but pretty much what you see is what I'm showing you guys. I record real time as I'm actually working on things. I don't create something and then recreate it. I just don't have that kind of time. So hi to all my new subscribers, because I noticed I'll have a lot more followers and it's very cool to share my cards with you all and be a part of the crafty community. Okay, so day 7. Last card was all about cookies. Absolutely loved it. Fantastic. I was so happy to get the cocoa and cookies cards done that I've done so far for this series. Right now I am thinking about trees and fireplaces. So I rummaged through some of my stamp sets. You guys know I own a little bit of everything. And let's see, I don't think we need that. Okay, so I'm thinking about trees, and of course with trees I need some accessories, because I don't think I just want a field of woods. A woodsy field. A woodsy field? Is that a thing? A tree farm, possibly? Okay, so this will probably be like an accessory stamp set. I don't know if I'm going to play with the barn again for this card. I definitely do want to do another barn card, but I don't know if I want to use that for this card. I think I want to focus on trees, but we can play with this adorable dog because he is just so darn cute. And I stamped him out last time and I was in love with him, but I didn't give him a proper play. Okay, so if we play with the dog, then the fencing here would come into play also. Hopefully that's a good size. I'll take these out in a second, but the dog with fencing and trees, I think that's good for one card. You guys notice how when I make cards, I like to layer things and have multiple things going on. That's why I like stamps that are kind of small, so I can really just, have fun and put things together, although it can be a bit time consuming, especially if you're fussy cutting. But if you have a scan and cut or the dies to cut things out, it'll totally help. It'll save you so much time. It's just coloring things and figuring out colors. But if you watercolor or Copic color, the more you do it, you can make a color chart and just know what your go-to combinations are. I'm kind of learning a couple of my combinations off the top of my head, but again, I'm still new. Okay, so trees, we're gonna look at that. Trees, we're gonna look at this. We have this fence here, which I might use, might not use, might put this house in the background. No idea, because I have no idea what the background's going to look like. And I don't think I'm going to use this actually, because I just want the dog just hanging out by himself. Kind of like when you have your dog pose. I used to have a German Shepard. He was absolutely amazing. I came into his life because of my then boyfriend when he was about, I think he was 2 years old, and we unfortunately had to put him down when he was 13. So he was my first dog, had him for over 10 years, and he was just phenomenal and the sweetest thing ever. His name was Fritz, and if I can figure out how, I will insert a picture of me and Fritz right here. Okay, so anyhow, Fritz, and we called him Fritzy Puppy. He was just the best dog ever. I loved him so much, and I'm hoping in the future I can get another German Shepherd, but of course I need to have time and also space. Right now I have a cat. She's amazing, and no, she's not walking across my table because she doesn't have time for me and crafting. She's like, no mom, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to lay somewhere where it's warm. Sometimes it's on your lap, but if you try to grab your camera, I'm not here for that. Okay, so dog, this has snow on it, the fence, so I want my trees to have snow. Okay, so I think I actually took out a stamp set that had a tree with snow on it. Okay, so I found it. So this stamp here, super cute. The main thing that sold me on this stamp were the sentiments and this one tree. I don't really like this tree. I don't like this tree. It's just not my style, but everything else is amazing. And look, if you notice something, this style of this stamp goes with the style here. Isn't that awesome? I tend to try to purchase things that go together because it's great for scene building and such. So I think this dog has that sketch look to it that would go great with this. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun. Okay, I'm super excited now. So I think I might not need these trees unless I put them way in the background. Backgrounds still give me a little, I kind of just get a little, because I don't know what I'm going to do with that space behind my images, behind my focal images. It's crazy. Okay, so that's one card. And then another card, I want to play with fireplaces. And I absolutely love these LDRS folks. They're so adorable. I want them to, you know what? That will be another card. I'm not going to do two cards at once right now. But I will tell you, it's going to deal with a whole lot of fireplace stamps that I have, because I pulled out everyone I have and some people. So that's exciting. Move these to the side. I need some water. Okay, so I put that there, and I'm going to get this guy out also. Here we go, getting the desk cluttered. This is just printer paper. Alright, so because I definitely need to listen to music or watch a movie or something so I can stay motivated, I'm not going to record everything for this video. So what I'm about to do right now is I'm going to stamp out my images, and then I am going to color my images. From there, I'll die cut them. Then I'll build a scene and figure out the background. It sounds really easy. Let's see how much time this takes. Like, really, let's see how long it's going to take. All right, so I stamped the tree off. How pretty is that? It's so cute. Now I'm thinking that based off of the front, which doesn't really count for much, things are sometimes different when you stamp them off, but I think that these trees will be the most similar to this tree here, because this tree, there's like the gaps in the middle, where this tree, it's kind of thin, and it has the lines in between the branches. In between the branches, whatever they're called. I'm not, there's no artist speak here. So I'm going to give these a stamp. Jeepers! Whew, that almost fell in my ink. Gotta be more careful. Alrighty. And it's gonna give these all a stamp. All of them. Everybody gets a stamp. I think that'll be fine. Ha, look at that, how great. Yes, I love saving space. And I do want to have space just so I can actually do one more tree on this page. I'll do one like right here, because I think that'll be enough. Okay. Clean this off. I think, did I don't remember cleaning this, so. Super. Stamp is so cute. And I absolutely love that it has the snow on it. I think I like came across it on Amazon when I was looking for something else. It was like, oh, what's this? Purchase. And let me just check and make sure these are good. You know, when you go to stamp, sometimes you get little surprises, like little fuzzies and such. I don't know why. I think it might just be the boxes that these are in, but hopefully the stamps get, you know what, I can just do it on my scrap paper first, just to make sure. Because you never know. Okay, that looks perfect. Okay, those look good. It depends on how anal I'm trying to be. If I'm trying to like make sure this is going to look good the first time around, then yes, I will use that printer paper. It does make me feel a little sad that I use so much paper, but I do cut out the middles of my cardstock so I can reuse that. This little press. And we're going to do it once more just so everything is a little darker. But look at that, you guys. I'll zoom in just a little bit. How beautiful is that, right? like all of these images, they just look like they go together. And that's what I absolutely love. It just makes card making so much fun. And I want this dark. I can't speak tonight, you guys. I want this doggy super dark. Because I don't think I'm going to actually give him any color. I'm just going to let him be black and white. Oh, now that is perfect. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to play with this. His paw in the front has like a little gap. I think that's natural though, but I'm going to fill it in because it's just what I do. Yeah, I'm going to fill it in. Whoops. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now I'm going to do some coloring somewhere, somehow. Every time I do that, like I still don't have nails. What was I thinking? Now for coloring these images, one, I can't find my tool. Hold on. I'm like, I know where everything is. Where'd my tool go? Jeez. Set that there, and we're going to set this one somewhere where it isn't going to get lost. Okay, so cleaning. Just gonna clean these off and coloring. What am I gonna do about coloring these? Shades of green, definitely. I need to restamp this one. That's what I'm gonna do. Actually, yeah, I want to restamp both of these actually. Because you never know. All right, sorry. I'm just like, oh, I should do one. I should do two. I should redo three. Yeah, I'm just going to stamp three. And inside of my card, what am I going to put? Probably the dog. So I should restamp the dog too. So I just did all that for nothing. Crafting. On the fly. This is my life. Sometimes it makes me seem like I'm a little crazy. But it's like when you're trying to figure out what you're doing, it's... As someone said, oh, your work's like original. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I don't think that my stuff's like original. I'm just trying to have some fun over here. That's all. All right. Give this a good press. And once more. Oh, puppy. Okay. Definitely want to have that adorable dog inside of the card. I should give the dog a name. I don't know yet. Douglas for Douglas Furs. We can call the dog Douglas. Who calls their dog Douglas? Perfect. I don't know. But we are today. So after having cut my trees out with my scanning cut and seeing how great the lines were, I think I'm going to run these through first and then I'm going to color. And I'll be happy with that. So here we are. Yes, I did forget about this. I'm doing all that work and I'm getting ready to remove some of my items and I'm like, wait a second, I forgot something. I don't know how. Maybe it's because I was over here singing. You guys couldn't hear it, but I was singing. Okay, and this is definitely larger than I thought because here it looks a bit smaller, so I'm not sure if that's going to be incorporated, but again, we are going to have some fun trying to figure that out. And I'm going to use this space to stamp another tree. Get this off of there. That's just ink. Alrighty. I really hope this card comes out good, because I have no idea. I really don't. I just want everything to look nice the first try. Like, please look nice. Please don't make me have to hem-haw all night to make something. All right, that looks nice. I think I'm going to do that again. Oh no. So, okay. What I think is happening, my brain immediately was like, hey, you know what sounds good? Masking. Yeah, you masking some trees behind this would sound great. It would make the picture look real. No. Okay. Fudge cake. And I also think I would absolutely love to have this die for this, because it could cut in between this fencing here. All right. Am I about to do some masking? I can already tell. Okay. I'm going to stamp this again. Not really sure why I'm wasting my time, because it seems like a waste of my time, because I don't think that's my original idea, at least for this card, unless I change my mind, is going to play out. And that's, I mean, that's, geez. Need to keep my ink pad a little further away. All right, I'm gonna do this again, but it might be for no reason. Come on, Black Friday, so I can get some things. Okay, we have all this. We now have a change in plans here. Come on. Jeepers. All right. First thing is I want to restamp this tree here. Move this to the side and figure out where I want to put this tree. Remember how I said I have that thin piece of acrylic block, which is useful for placement? Well, this is one of those instances where it's about to be useful, because I need it to go here, but I don't need it to touch my paper because this still has ink on it. So I lay this down, I take this up, I wipe this off, everything is hunky-dory, and make sure this is clean, so when I lay it down in the future, it doesn't have ink on it. And now I stamp. So definitely invest in one of those if you do not have one. It is a great tool that I just started using. Perfect. Okay, back to the card change / dilemma. Oh, that wasn't even dirty. Okay, good. Okay, so here's a card base. Now, what I originally was thinking was, you know what, if I just cut these pieces out, I think I'll be able to figure it out. So let me just run this stuff through my scan and cut, and then I figure out what I'm going to do, because I'm quite sure I'm about to do masking instead of just placing everything down like ephemera on the card. So while my scan and cut is cutting out the other images, I ran my dogs through the die just because I really like the bubbling, and why not? Let's check on the scan and cut. Almost done. Pretty detailed. My original intentions to use these large trees are no longer valid because once I use this tree here with the snow on it, which is the focal point, I need everything else to be pushed back and have this be the most prominent tree, have it be the most beautiful tree. That's what I want to focus on. So I need to stamp more of these smaller trees here. These can go in the save it pile. Have this here, have the dog, of course, by his tree, like, because you're like, hey, Douglas, stay. I think we officially named the dog Douglas. It's terrible, right? I was about to toss this, but then I sat it here and I was like, oh, look at that. That actually looks kind of decent. So what I'm thinking is to have this just go and run along the back there, add a bit more trees just to build up that back, and then just enclose the space with some kind of sky. And then I won't have to worry about anything else. Now the forest floor is what I need to quote unquote worry about, kind of. I haven't decided on my colors yet, nor have I decided on the trees, because what I'm thinking is I might actually just stamp this background, then have these two items pop up. And I'm just about to do it because I'm sitting here thinking of it when I need to do it to see what it's going to look like and see if I want to do it or not. So I did have to use a little tape to make sure my paper adhered because this is so fine. So I have to be very careful taking this off lest I rip my tree. Look at that. So pretty swell considering that I have to color it. I definitely like it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pop the rest of this jazz off. Well, let's do this side and see, since you guys might be curious. All right, this tree is looking pretty decent. Oh, the big tree, the one with the snow. Yes, perfect, excellent. I still love Mortal Kombat, so yeah, I'm like a tomboy. I lift weights and I box, but I love wearing skirts and dresses, and I love making Christmas cards. Okay, this is fantastic, like all around. I am very happy. Only thing I would have done differently is my scan and cut went ahead and chopped this off, and that piece should have been filled in with brown, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it. No big deal. I know that for the future, because look at this. Like, this is pretty destroyed here. Or when I go to adhere to the paper, I can just fill in that part with brown. It might not be a problem. This tree though is like the main thing I was concerned about, because this doesn't even have a dye option. And this tree is the tree of all trees. It's the tree that started me wanting to use trees. It looks fantastic. Okay, here, let's take a look with it, with our dog. Black's probably not the best base, eh? So these two, oh my goodness, he looks like he's ready for Christmas. Aw, so adorable. Jeepers. Okay, let me get this mess cleaned up. I'm trying to stop saying okay. Here we are. This is not the color background that I'm going to, actually I have no idea what color my background's going to be, but here we are. Here is what is boggling me and such. There we go. I have to move my camera a bit. So when I initially started this card, my intentions were to use this, here we go again, this fence somehow. Of course, I would cut off the bird if I was going to repeat the fencing. Then I was going to have a bunch of trees of various heights, these trees here, which the scan and cut perfectly, and then also the smaller trees, and have this dog. Super delightful, eh? That was the original plan. I am about to put my fussy cutting skills to use. I'm going to fussy cut these out and my snow here. these are going to be connected. Oh, how I wish my scan and cut did not fail me with this. Just, you know, one less time consuming thing to do, that's all. And I realized I did indeed need this because when I was placing my trees, it just seemed a bit awkward. My trees were just a bit awkward. So I need the fence to provide that break in between. These objects. The back of this is sticky because I put some tape on it to run it through my scan and cut, and I looked at the outline and I saw that my scan and cut was pretty much going to just destroy this little image because it just had way too many lines. It wasn't recognizing it in the way that I needed it to. So I popped that off. Come on. So it's nice to know I don't need the die sets for the trees, but I definitely need to get the dies for this because this piece here is killing me. I'm trying to not leave all that white around the bird, but I'm also trying not to like behead the bird at the same time. There we go. It takes some skill to do this. Like, you're not holding on to a lot of paper here. I could just grab my smaller scissors, but these were working so well. And I was just like, I don't need them. Oh my gosh, I still have 2 more. Yeah, maybe for the other 2. I know you guys don't want to see me fussy cut for 5 minutes, but I'll just show you one and then I'll come back and the others will be magically done. Yeah, whoever gets this card better love me. Almost got it. Come on. And I'm so weird. I don't like any sharp edges showing, so I will actually like try to go in and fix them. Come on. I just really wanted to do that. Have some kind of satisfaction from somewhere. All right. Ta-da. Well, not too shabby, eh? Look at that. All right, only 2 more to go. Now the piece without the bird is cut. Definitely a lot easier. I also discovered that I don't need to do a 3rd piece with this layout because this tree is going to cover the middle. And if I want, I can just like put one of these trees back here just to cover that, and it'll be totally fine. So now I think I need another layer of snow just so I can have that there. to cover this area, since it's just going to be snow, snow, and more snow, and a few more trees to build up this back here, even though I want to leave it a little sparse because this tree should be the focal point. Oh, that's actually 5 right there. You know, odd numbers with crafting. I'll zoom in a little bit. So, some snow here, then color up these images, and I think that's about it for this card. Because I have 5 trees, I have that. Just do another thing of snow and then just color them. And then I'll just figure out the sky. Okay, this is great. This is how it's going to be. It looks like a bunch of clutter right now because it's all black and white. But once I color it and pop things up, you'll see the separation. Okay. So right now I need to do some coloring, and that's that. I'm just giving this, okay, this fence a color using my 2 Copics. And I noticed for small images, I am kind of just sticking to 2 colors. And for me, that's working. And then I just touch the nibs together to like get that middle blending color. And again, this is my first time coloring up this fence, you know, so first time doing wood. I'm focusing on the outside and going in, you know, I think it's okay. I'm not trying to be too particular here. I already colored the snow, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay. Just trying to get these 2 colors. Right. And I probably don't need to be as detailed, but I guess with coloring, it's like, hey, once you have the principles, you just kind of stick to those and you'll be fine with whatever you color because you're used to doing it a certain way. Let's see, that looks okay. Okay, that looks better. So that's there. So I just cross this over and do these pieces here. Yeah, and there's some snow, and these are super small, but fun. All right, I think that's good. Just gonna push that color out. I don't know if that was supposed to be blank, but I just colored it in. So it's a part of the fence now because we have the snow there. So yeah, I'm thinking as far as the bottom, that would have been, yeah, I think it's fine. Okay. And again, no need to be a perfectionist for something so late. But some stuff you just can't help it. Sorry about this one. All right, so there we go. Now I'm off to do the other. Going over the tree. This coloring has brought this to life so much. Oh my goodness. Like at first it was like, oh, I'm not sure about this. There's a lot of gray and such going on, but definitely the coloring has helped dramatically. So I did color the snow here with some, I think I used my cool colors for the snow. So the white, quote unquote, stands out a little bit more and has some dimension to it, so it's not just flat. But now as I'm going over my light Copic green, I'm sorry, I'm going over my dark Copic green with my light Copic color. I'm trying to make sure I don't mess up the white. And I want to make sure I outline the white because that shows it's snow, which is the whole reason why I decided to use this stamp set. And with this tree, I'm not really being too particular because literally the branches are like all over the place. So it's a bit hard to have a real technique here with coloring. And I don't want to stroke too far anywhere because who knows where the snow is. But so far it looks good. Oh boy. All right, now I just gotta do the bottom portion, but just wanted to show you guys cards coming together quite nicely, especially with the snow. Oh, so nice. Now I'm just doing a quick swipe to do these trees here for the back. And it's kind of late, so I'm ready to go to bed. And because of the way this stamp is, and the fact that I ran it through my scan and cut, and the lines, you pretty much can't see anything, like, it's fine. It doesn't need to be colored any particular way. I did one of those as a test, and I'm like, oh, okay, that looks fine. I'm just gonna do that. So I just did a little dark color. Now I'm doing the light color. And again, nothing in particular, no technique or anything. Just making sure the whole thing's covered. And I'll do this one. Super. Oh, I forgot I have to do the bottoms. The tree stumps. And I'm just going to use any brown. I say any brown as I look for a particular brown. This is just 59. You might not even see these. Okay. Now remove this. So we're gonna have some layers like this. And then have some trees here. Oh geez, of course didn't. Of course there's white somewhere. Like I was flickering with fierceness. Same with this one. It's mainly just the edges. But I just don't want any of that white. But of course that's not going to be over there, but just a little placement. Okay. Wow, looks so much better. Just need to figure out what I'm going to do for the background and a sentiment, and then the puppers here. So cute. Hard to believe that I've run out of my red backgrounds already, right? I really, really, really like the red stripe background that I've created so far. It's just worked well with so many cards, so I'm just continuing that. I don't feel bad at all about using some of the same stamps, because if I purchased a stamp kit, that's basically what this is. Oh, well, look at that. I think I just figured out something I can use to press down a stamp. My stamp without and exert a lot of my pressure. So I'm definitely happy. Okay, so I'm just going to focus on getting this one here done. Before I head off to work. Okay. Use tape on this one. I'm always like, oh. I didn't have time to see if I didn't have anything on it, so I am not going to risk it. If I would have used the glue, I would be able to fudge this. It's a little much at the top. You know what? I can just bring it down. That's fine. It just kills me when it's not on right. Like, just a little bit. Come on, tape. Okay, I think that's good. Kills me trying to make these things even. This is why I use glue. Come on. Don't have time for this. I just have to stamp a sentiment. Okay. I'm going to use a bunch of tape to hold it. I'm so glad I stopped myself because I actually want to blend around this. Jeepers. Which means all that taping I just did is for nothing because I'm going to have to pull this up. So, yep, we'll see how this goes. Just as I'm about to put it down, I'm like, I think I'm supposed to be doing something on this. Ink blending. Well, at least it's already sticking to the ground, to my tabletop. The good thing about this color is that I can kind of just do it with abandon because it's so light. I might have to cut another piece if this wants to be difficult. I've really been ink blending a lot. I think I might have gone a little too dark up here. I don't know, we'll see. Just because I wanted to come in, but not. Really quickly. How is it? I don't know. I think it's okay. We're gonna go with that. So now I'm just gonna build this up. That one and this one. So I finally got my card assembled. Now I'm going to do my sentiment, and I'm going to do it in red because I feel like red is about to be really fitting for this, and I hope it looks nice, because if it doesn't, I'm probably gonna cry because I spent entirely too much time on this, but this is what I want to do, so I'm going to do it. And I just think it would be a really nice pop in red for the sentiment. Okay. See, I'm glad I stamped off first. I think I'll do it, and I still like the red. I really do, but I can always go over it in black if I don't like it. Okay. The only problem I'm having is the rest of my card. I don't want it to be affected, just in case, by the ink. A little bit larger for this sentiment. I'm trying, you guys. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do it just because I think it'll look nice. Give it a couple. The word tree is not, does not want to jive with me today. And again, I would heat emboss it, but I want to just stamp directly on my card. I'll do it one more time, just for good measure, just for color. Because I just want that intensity. Okay. I think that's good. Oh my gosh, you guys, I did it. My card is done. Finally. Oh, I wanted to do white. Snow everywhere. No, it's not done. Here's my gel pen. And I totally need to clean this off. It is a hot mess right here. Oh, I'm gonna have so much red ink to clean off later. So I just want to add some snow. I know, like, why don't the trees on the back have anything, right? I'm going to get to those. Like, not exactly the snow I was imagining for this, but snow nonetheless. Just kind of subtle snow, because again, this focal point is this tree in the front here. Like the snow's falling, and okay, there we go. I am done. Oh my gosh. Like, after pulling it up, moving it around, I absolutely love this card. I love the dimension. I love that I threw a dog on the inside. I'm so glad I finally got to play with these stamp sets, and this card is beautiful, and I definitely can redo it in way less time. So thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you do something crafty that makes your heart happy.